Hello everybody, it is Danny here from the Hoogly Boogly Network. So today we're going to be doing a code cast, as I like to call it, when I essentially just write code. And that's about it. Yep, hope you guys enjoy. So unfortunately, I was recording earlier and my recording software crashed. So this is all the progress we have when we created our class, which is HB, and we create a few functions such as database and registration. So what we're going to do now is statement, find the params, and I'm pretty sure how you do this is SSS for free strings, and what we're going to do here is create free of these, and here we can put our reg email, reg pass, reg user. Let's close that off, and statement execute. There you go. So that means when we run this function, which is register, it should register a user. That is, if in our index we declare our database, which we did not, which is why I will currently say there is an error. Let's say connecting to the database. Or it'll end up saying it's successful. Here, I did something wrong, so let's make this reg user, and let's make this reg pass. There you go. What else could we do now? I'm guessing we should do login. So, function, let's make it a login function. And let's make it email and password. Let's make it better. So, login, email, login, password. Let's just call it password. So what we can do here is we can close this off. It wants us to say something. So for now, let's just add a print so that we can avoid an error. And let's make it say hello world. We can see here I have a little semicolon on the end, and that's sort of what's triggering the error, because I'm an absolute idiot like that. Okay, perfect. We basically have everything there. But right now, this login function is sort of useless. So let's make it so that it would actually log in. So statement, let's add our connection variable, prepare, and let's select from users where email equals, and I'm pretty sure here we would do a question mark, and we would also have password equals our little question mark, and that would be about it. So let's connect to our statement and let's bind our parameters. And of course we have to put SS here, and here we can our login email and our login pass. And of course statement and execute. And that should be it. So maybe we should add something that's like user roles, so that way, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. And role, let's add role. That we do not need to put a question mark there, because that we can just let's make it. So how do we want to do our roles? I think we can do it on a scale of 1, 2, 3, and 4. For example, 4 being the top admin, 1 being basic. Or we can do 1 as the admin, 2 is something else, 3, 4. Let's make it 1 is the basic. So that will be the default registration. Well, maybe in here we can do our statement, and we can fetch a sock. And what that should theoretically do, actually, we need this. What should we make it? Row. We're gonna call it row for the whole thing. Statement, fetch a sock. That should be it. And we can maybe see if the user is an admin, then we can redirect them. So let's make the roles will be 1 and 2. So 1 is the basic and 2 is the admin. So if row 2, no, if row is equal to 1, then we need to header for location to the home page. Else, and we'll check if there are an admin. Hold on. Maybe this would be a bit better. We could maybe have 3 levels. So admin, maybe a moderators, and a basic user. So then, if they're free, it'll header them to admin. Or what we can do is we can close out of this, and let's make it admin location. And what we can do is public function. Let's call it initiate. And that would do is it would load a configuration file. So let's make it include once. Let's make it go back a bit, or no, I can. Yeah, make it go back a bit, and config dot PHP. So what that would do is it'll call in a configuration file, which we need to create. So here, we can create a new file, config.php. Okay, perfect. Now this would, here, we can define as many things that we need right after I put a PHP tag. So let's define what should we call it? So what we're going to do is we could call it database, or we could no. Okay, so site title, and that will be your site title. So let's add some comments here. So let's indent this down, and let's just do this. I like the double for this one for some reason, because I think they look cool. But you can choose so otherwise. So let's make this for define your site metadata here. That's about all we need. So maybe let's make this replace. Let's do multi-line comments. Site title. Let's indent this just to make it look better. So replace that I sort might want to fix. Replace let's surround it in quotes so that you know. Let's do it like this so that way users know what they're changing, so that they don't accidentally delete the quotes and cause themselves an error with your desired site title. So maybe we can write an example down here. So let's copy this. And down here we can put Hoogly Boogly because, well, it's ours. So great. Let's make it sure that example so that they know what the example is. Okay, so let's copy and paste this a few more times. Let's make it a site tagline. So site tagline, site, now what we can do is site tagline there, and let's make it a developer. Perfect. So after this we could do other stuff, or maybe in front of here we should put site language. Okay, your language site lang, and let's make it en because that's what we're gonna do. So in our index.php, what we can do if we do close out of this, we can doc type HTML. In an HTML, what we can do is we can put our lang, have it equal to, we can either do en, or what we can do is we can open up our PHP and we can do site lang. Make sure we echo it. And of course, we need to make sure that our configuration is in our initiation file. So let's config.php. Perfect. Means theoretically, we should be all good. So I'll see you guys when I get to the browser. So if we look here, nothing's happened. And if we look here, it says your language. Why is that? That's because if we go here, we can see it says your language. So let's change this to en. So if we save that and go back to Firefox, we can reload and it'll say lang equals en, which is all we want. So what we can further do is we can create a head element, close the head element, and let's make a title. Now what we're going to do, we're going to open up our PHP, we're going to close our PHP, we're going to echo site title as well as our site tag. I'm gonna change that to tagline, which we're gonna need to, well, okay, I'm retarded. Okay, so we have that, so theoretically if we save that, it'll upload and we can go back to Firefox, reload it, and we can see it says your site title and your site tagline, which will be look in our configuration. That's what we define. So let's change this to Boogly Boogly development tutorials. So we refresh, we can see it says what we want it to say. So maybe in our classes we can do, it might be time to create a new class maybe. No, I think this is fine. Okay, so let's make a function. And what we're going to make this do is we're going to make it get meta. So what we can do here, we can do title, or we can do meta type. So what that's going to do is if meta type is equal to, let's say, title, print, and let's make it get the title. So site title. So let's just do that in our HTML. So let's echo a line break real quick. And HB, maybe we could capitalize this just to make it look a bit better over here. So HB, there we go. And let's do that. Let's add our brackets, and let's make it title. What it should theoretically do is print our site title as we defined in here. So if we go back to Firefox, refresh, we can see that Hoogly Boogly prints out. And let's say we change this a bit to hello world. It'll say hello world. So perfect, this is what we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue this so that else, then we're going to add more ifs. So if meta type is equal to, and let's make it tag. Let's start off with language title. I'm just going to copy everything here from our configuration. Shorten this to lang. And we can do an else statement. And what that should let us do is if meta type is equal to tagline, then we're going to print site tag. So let's do it multiple times. So let's do lang title tagline. If we were to refresh, we can see pn hello world and site tag all show up. So since it said site tag, that must means that we've gotten an error, and yes it is, because we need to do site tagline. So if we refresh, we'll see hello world web development tutorials. Let's change this back to Hoogly. Perfect. This is about all we need, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like. If you dislike it, go ahead and dislike it. If you really loved it, make sure to subscribe and stay for more. Share this video with your friends who think you'd like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.